Hello everyone, this is Amritpal Singh. I'm here to present my next video on Apache Spark. Today I'll be discussing how we can make use of Apache Spark streaming. I will be associating Apache Spark with the Twitter today, so that you can get to know that how we can get the tweets from Twitter on a real time. Right? This is our today's topic. Today, I'll be demonstrating how to develop Java applications in Apache Spark Streaming using Eclipse IDE and Apache Maven. Our main focus in this video will be on Apache Spark Streaming related application development. So we'll be assuming that you're already get habitual with the Apache Spark. In case if you're joining me in today's lecture or this video, I am recommending you to please visit my Apache Spark playlist, so that you get to know that what are different terminology or different things we're gonna use in Apache Spark, so that there will be no difficulty in understanding, because some of the keywords will be from Apache Spark background in today's video. So I'll recommending you to just visit that my playlist of Apache Spark on my channel, so that you can just get familiar yourself with the Apache Spark, right? So I have now I'm just divided my video into three sections. First of all, I'll be telling you what are the different prerequisites for this demonstration, right? And next, I'll be discussing what are different highlights of my program, what you can expect in this, and third thing, the actual implementation. Okay, so I have opened a lot of things in my system. You can see on my screen as well. I've opened my Eclipse. I've opened my one text editor through which I'll be helping you out that what are the prerequisites and other things which is required for this, as well as I've already opened up the Twitter developers account as well, because this is the prerequisite for this today's practical. Let me first take you to the some different prerequisites for this practical. The prerequisite is, first you need to be get habitual to the Apache Spark if you are new to the Apache Spark, because as I've already told you that this is the some kind of advanced Apache Spark topic, in which a lot of things will be there which you should know right before coming to this video. Next thing, for this video, you need to register yourself for Twitter developer account, okay, to get 4 keys, because Twitter, whenever you want to use Twitter, actually it has the 4 keys for authentication purpose. These 4 keys are mentioned here: consumer token secret, or it simply call it as consumer secret, SS token, and SS token secret. So these are 4 keys we have to get from the Twitter. Twitter will only give you those keys if you just register yourself with the developer's account, and have to provide the Twitter enough information, like why we want to create this app, what you want to do with this app. So a lot of questions will be there. You need to answer those questions and get the keys. Then we require JDK 8, like Java Development Kit 8. Then we at the last we require Eclipse IDE with the Apache Maven plugin, because we'll be gonna create a Apache Maven project. So these are the prerequisites for this today's video, and you can see some of the highlights of my this practical. First is we'll be using the Java Spark streaming context, right, with the batches of tweets. As you all know that Apache Spark is not a real-time streaming framework. It's actually behind the scenes is make use of micro batching. That's why you can see I have written here that I'm making use of Apache Java Spark streaming context with the batches of tweets received in every 10 seconds. So after every 10 seconds, we'll be collecting the data, and then we'll be presenting on a screen. Okay, so it's not that's why we say that it's a near to real time. It's not completely real time. If you want to achieve the real time, we have a separate frameworks available, like Flink is available, Storm is available, which is dedicated to the streaming. But so we can say in the case of Apache Spark, it's a near to real time streaming framework. Okay. First of all, we'll be creating, this is the 5 steps we need to follow, we need to create or we need to follow for the implementation purpose. First, we need to create a Twitter data stream of type Java receiver input D stream, because I guess you all are aware of that. If you're familiar of the term, if you're familiar of the Apache Spark terminology, you must be aware that a D stream, which is also known as a discrete stream, is a basic abstraction of the Apache Spark streaming, right? So this is a basic abstraction. Like in the case of normal Spark, we say that RDD is the basic abstraction, but in the case of Apache Spark streaming, we have a D stream, which is called discrete stream. Like another difference is in the regular Apache Spark, we make use of Spark context. Here we make use of streaming context. Okay, so we need to create a Twitter data stream of type Java receiver input DHT stream using Twitter utilities, which will be importing through the libraries. Then convert each key to the key value pair through the pair RDD. We'll discuss. And then we need to group all the keys. So what we want to print on a screen is that we need to collect how many users let's suppose I'm using Twitter. Okay, I'm putting some tweet in the Twitter. So I would like to print that how many tweets I have done. Okay, so I will be printing key value. In this case, key will be Twitter handle. Okay, Twitter handle names or the screen name of the particular user, and I'll be presenting the count of the tweets, how many tweets this user has done. Right, this will be printed. Okay, then convert the value of pair stream from iterable to the count of tweets. That's I've already said that we'll be expecting two answers. One, the Twitter handle, right, as well as number of tweets done by that user. Then iterate over the stream and print all the pairs on the console. So we'll be getting a tuple, which will be a pair. A pair will be consisting of the user handle as well as the count. So this is what you can expect from this. Next thing is, because here we are dealing with the Apache Maven. You know that in Apache Maven we have a concept of dependencies. Okay, because in this case there are two things are important. One is Spark streaming and one is called Spark streaming alongside Twitter. So okay, so we need to incorporate two dependencies for this program. One is Spark streaming and one is Spark streaming Twitter. Okay, for that reason I've already opened up the official Maven repository. Okay, simply have to just go to the Google and simply type dependency Maven and simply say a Spark streaming. Okay, it will take you to this particular website, mbnrepository.com. It's the official website. Over there, when you type Spark streaming, okay, click here and click on search. So you will be getting the results for that Spark streaming, right? So simply just as per your whatever the Scala version you are having, I'm using Scala 2.11. So you need to select accordingly which Spark streaming dependency you need to make use of. Let's suppose if I click here, okay, but let's suppose, so you'll be getting this thing, right? It's a Maven already. It's opened as a Maven this window. Simply click here. It will be automatically be selected. You can see copy to clipboard, and you to just paste in the Eclipse. Okay, I'll be guiding you in this case as well. So we need to actually search for two things in the Maven repository. One is this Spark streaming. Other is Spark streaming Twitter. Just simply put a keywords. It will take you to this. So you'll be getting this result: Spark project external Twitter, and click on this Spark streaming Twitter. Similarly, and again select your particular version, whatever, right? And then it will take you to the next page where you will be getting this, right? Simply click here, it will be copied and simply paste on your Eclipse. Okay, so this is the next thing you need to know. POM, it's a dependency we need to incorporate if you want to create a Maven project. Third thing is my actual program. Okay, this is actual program. First I'll be discussing from here, then I'll be just taking you to the to my original or my Eclipse IDE. So what we have in this case, right? First we have some packages, right? So these are some packages we have to incorporate. Okay. Afterwards we have a main class G, and then we have a main function. So these are some of the steps you need to follow. It's not a very difficult thing, as I've already have given you the background what we are expecting in this program. First thing is we need to to run a Spark application, you need to first set some few configuration parameters, right? That's the reason the first line of the code is the Spark configuration. Okay, so it provides configuration to run a Spark application and the master URL to connect to, such as local. So in this case, a lot of things are available. This is the app name, Twitter data processing. You can put any name here, and then set master. This local 10 meaning is as just to increase readability. I have included in my comments what the meaning of every term here. Local meaning is that if you don't pass this on your if you simply say local 1 means that you are running your Spark with a single thread. Okay, higher the degree or higher the number, it means higher the degree of parallelism. Okay, local 4 means I'm running with the 4 cores or 4 threads. Here we are passing 10, so it's up to you what number you want to pass. Okay, so for this I've already opened up one this Stack Overflow page in which they have explained in a very good way. The master option specify the master URL for distributed cluster, or the local to run locally with one thread, or local n to run locally with n threads. So n meaning is how many number of threads you want. Higher the degree, higher the number, higher will be degree of parallelism, as you must have like learned in your operating system as well. This is the like a procedure we follow, right? So the first step is done. Next step is to create a streaming context. So in this case, as I've already have specified in the steps, that we need to make use of Java streaming context, because why we are this streaming context is coming here, because I've already told you that in Apache Spark we make use of RDD as a basic abstraction, but in the case of like Apache Spark streaming, we make use of streaming context as a basic abstraction. Okay, because as we are like working with the Java code, that's why the Java streaming context is coming up. For that like reason, I've already opened up the official documentation page. Just see, this is the one line will help you out, will help you understand the meaning of this. A Java-friendly version of streaming context, which is the main entry point for the Spark streaming functionality. Like in the case of Apache Spark, right? The Spark context will is an entry point to the Apache Spark functionality. Similarly, in the case of Apache Spark streaming, the streaming context will be serving as the entry point to the Spark streaming like capability, or the Spark streaming functionality. Similarly, this is the Java version of this, okay, because we are dealing with the Java code here. That's why we're making use of Java streaming context. Okay, so it's a kind of like providing an entry point, right? Here what we are passing the Spark configuration which we have specified here, and we also specify the duration. Okay, duration is also there. For more information, I want you to please visit that page. I'll be putting in description box. Here they have explained all the methods which are required here. Okay, duration, everything has been specified here. So meaning is that we need to specify, because here we are dealing with the real-time streaming, right? We need to specify some duration as well. So that's why we have a duration like in a ms milliseconds. Okay, like we need to specify that. Just see, create a streaming context using the Spark configuration, and duration for which messages will be batched. Okay, how much time you want like to form a one batch, because as I've told you that Apache Spark is a near to real-time streaming. It's actually make us some smaller batches called micro batching. So we need to specify the time until which the batch will be formed and it will be sent as a one go. Okay, because data will not be sent continuously, like in the case of Fling is a true streaming framework, or in the case of Storm. In the case of the the Spark, it will be forming the batches. Okay, then we have to now prepare configuration for Twitter authentication, as because we're dealing with the Twitter, we need to get 4 keys. Okay, that's the reason we have this set authorization consumer key, set authorization consumer secret. For this, you need to go to the simply have to type on a URL or a browser. Simply say right here developer.twitter.com. Okay, then you need to just log in with your Twitter credentials. Then you need to like submit an application for this. And when you actually when you will be provided the access, you will be getting a mail from the Twitter that you will now have been provided the access. Then simply revisit the page, and you will get the option create a app here. When you click on a create app, you will get this page. You need to just fill this page. Okay, but when you click on a create, okay, then you will be getting the 4 keys which you are required for this practical. Okay, I'm already having these 4 keys. Okay, for the privacy reasons I can't display the things. That's why it's in a I've hidden some fields of it. So we'll be getting the alphanumeric keys, 4 keys here. Okay, after we have this done, okay, then next point is then create a Twitter authorization object by passing the prepared like a configuration. Okay, so this is the final authorization we are now creating, because here we are using the conf, we have passed it here. Okay, so till this point the authentication has been done. So we have done the handshake with the Twitter. Okay, the connection has been established. Now time has come to retrieve the data. Now create a data stream using a streaming context. Okay, so Java receiver input D stream, as I mentioned in the case of the steps as well. Just see this one, Java receiver input D stream. We need to just make use of okay, so that we can create a data stream, because here we're dealing with the streaming. Then we need to convert the stream to the peer stream with the key as user screen name and value as the tweet text, because as I've told you that in the output we are expecting a user screen name or the Twitter handle alongside the number of tweets. So we are making use of map to peer here. This is the like important transformation as far as Spark is concerned. For the readability purpose, I've already opened one page, okay, on which it has been defined what's the map to peer. It's similar to the map transformation. However, this transformation, pair RDD, that is the RDD consisting of key and value pair. Okay, so like in the case of map transformation, you know that it is just converting the state of the RDD from one form to other form. But in the case of this map to pair, we are dealing with the pair RDDs. Pair RDD meaning is which is consisting of key and value pair. Okay, so because in this practical we are dealing with the key value pairs, that's the reason we are not actually applying the map transformation. We are making use of map to pair because here we are expecting the answer in key value pairs. Okay, that's the reason we are making use of this transformation instead of the regular map transformation, right? So no worries, I'll be putting all the links which I'm using right now in my video. I'll be putting in description box so that you can visit that page and get yourself familiarize yourself with these words, right? Because this is the important thing. That's why I've discussed it separately. Rest everything is quite straightforward. Okay, you can see that get screen name. We are getting the screen name, and then we are getting the text. Okay, we are calling those functions. Then we are grouping the tweets for each user because because it may happen that one user can do multiple tweets, okay, one after another. Okay, so we need to club all the tweets together. That's why we're using a group by key. It's another it's another operation we have in Apache Spark. Afterwards, create a new pair stream by replacing iterable of tweets in older pair stream to the number of tweets. So in this case, actually we are again, after having the group by, we need to just group by after putting all the tweets together. Okay, grouping by the usernames. Okay, afterwards we need to just perform the next operations, because here we have to now iterate over the tweets and have to just keep on printing on a screen till the time we are saying to stop. Okay, so these two steps are nothing but here we just iterating. Okay, we are iterating over the tweets. You can see that, and we are here we are using the concept of for each RDD. The for each RDD is actually helping us in printing the result. Okay, for this also I'm also have opened up one page for you. You can see the dstream.for each RDD is an output operator in Spark streaming. It allows you to assess the underlying RDDs of the dstream. For example, using RDD, for each RDD, you could write a data to the database. Okay, so using the for each RDD, we are writing that text back to the screen. Okay, so after the grouping, after we club the tweets together, these two steps are nothing but going through the doing some iteration. And after the results has been we got the results, we need to now print on the screen those results. Okay, in the case of the Spark, you must be aware of this fact that Spark is actually making use of the Scala as a underlying language, and Scala is a lazy evaluated language. Okay, so nothing will be triggered until you call the action. So in this case, that's why I've specified here, trigger the start of processing. Nothing happens if the streaming context is not started. So until and unless you not call the action, all the previous operation, all the transformation will not be got triggered. Okay, then that's why we are making use of streaming context.start, and then keep the processing live by halting here unless terminated manually. Meaning is that unless and until you don't actually stop the operation of your own, it not be stopped, right? So you can see that here we are printing something on the screen. Actually, we are expecting two things. That's why this is nothing but the user handle, comma separated by comma, and then we have a number of tweets done by that user, right? I hope the things are fine so far. So this is the steps we need to follow. And as I've already have done this thing in my Eclipse IDE. In case if you're unaware of the fact that how to make a Maven project, I can just show you now. Okay, I will be just creating a dummy Maven project for you so that you must be familiarize yourself with this Maven project. Just go to the file, click on new, go to Maven project, click it here. Press next. Let's suppose A, B, something, right? Okay, don't put anything elsewhere. Finish. You'll get this M symbol, very small m. It's actually signify this is the Maven project. Okay, so you'll be getting a lot of things here. Okay, this is the POM file. By default, you'll get the POM file whenever you create the Maven project. So that's why this is a POM file available. If you click it here, just see nothing is there. But in my in my original like project file, a lot of things are available, because in that case you need to add it here. Press enter and put a tags in dependencies. Okay, click it here. Yes, under the dependency you need to add all the dependency from this Maven repository, which I've already have shown you, right? So this is the thing you need to do. Afterwards you need to just create a Java code under this, right? Then it will be done. Okay, just simply click it here and click on new class. Okay, then you will be having the class created, and then write your code over there. And one more thing you need to like attach with this. Once you have this code available, let's suppose this is my code g.java. Okay, you can see here g.java under my this package sync. Okay, need to also take into consideration all the external jar files of Apache Spark as well. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of errors here, because we have some terminology from Apache Spark background as well. So what you have to do is simply click on this class and then go to configure build path, and wherever you have this like Spark has been installed, go to libraries. You can see like I've already have got all the jar files, but I can show you like my Spark is available in the home location. So you need to just select all the jars and then press OK. Okay, so it will remove all the errors whatever you're having. So once you're done, you will see that there will be no error so far. So last step is to now run the code. Okay, why I'm just like taking into the upward direction, because I would like you to see the code, like what is running here. Okay, what is coming as output. Simply click on run. You will see a lot of things in the background because there's a streaming going on, and a lot of live data will be coming up. Just wait, because it will be sending the data in the batches. Okay, after 10 seconds. So it's got started. You will see the results right here. Based upon your internet connection, it may take time. Your internet connection actually matters here, right? Afterwards, okay, just it will taking time. It will just show you the now tweets along with the count, if everything is okay. Okay, it's just coming here. Once everything got set up, then it will be showing the results in front of you. Now you'll be getting answers, because we got all the everything is in right position now. You will see a lot of things are going on, but still we are waiting for our results. Okay, based upon the connectivity, it may take time. Okay. To just I can show you maybe if it's got available here. Okay, a lot of things are there in the behind the scene. So very soon you may be getting the answers here, right? Because the live data, so I can't manipulate it in on the way. Okay, a lot of things are going on. Yes, I guess we got answer. Yes, you can see now the answers are coming here. After taking a lot of time, you can see this is the one username alongside the count. This is also a Twitter handle superml64,1. Okay, and then after some time, when we create a batch, it will show you the answer in one go. You can see that this is the answers, the Twitter handle alongside the count. As I've already have said that we cannot actually do something in this case, because actually everything is got connected. When your Twitter will send you data, it will just print you on the screen, and also determined by your connection, strong connection, right? You can see that a lot of things are coming up here. So it will be just run forever, like until unless you just see we got answer 1 here as well, GNU 9786,1. So a lot of things are coming up here, so it will be running forever until unless you like switch off this, right? So I hope this is a some like long video, still I hope that you must have understood the concepts, how to carry out all the operations. In case you have any issues with this video, please comment on this video. I'll be happy to address all the issues if you're facing. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.